When I decided to learn yoga in the proper sense, I never thought in a conventional way, idly, that I need to learn about the yogis or I need to read the texts, the Vedas, and the scriptures to know about yoga. Well, if I wanted to really know yoga, I had to look at the common people and how they operate in a day to day life. And what I actually found is uh, the amount of yoga that a common man practices who isn't mugging or reading or learning about the theoretical knowledge of yoga knows yoga and practices yoga better than a formal a person who's taking formal training in yoga, because the hardships that we face in our day-to-day life and the attitude, our how, our feeling to do a certain activity decides how we overcome situations and obstacles and difficulties in life. So it all boils down on the attitude with which how are we doing the duty, the work. And in India, we have a lot of examples. Like people have gone from rags to riches purely on the basis of their perseverance, the way they practice fortitude. It's like an austerity what a sannyasi does in the Himalayas. Uh, we call it Kadi Tapasya. We can do it right here in this society, being a karma yogi, being amidst our relations, our family. It's very, very difficult to fall and rise every day, but a lot of people do that. People lose their close ones. People, have a lot of several illnesses. Um, Lose a very important part of their body, but life does not stop and they still continue to do their duty. I think they are great yogis, they are worth saluting. They represent life in a true sense, because life is all about not giving up and standing up again and again, no matter how many setbacks, how many fall you have in life. So yes, so ordinary people are more of yogis, such kind of people who know their strength, who believe in their power, and are not scared of external situation or circumstances uh, that that will decide their fate. No, it is the power of mind that decides their fate. Attitude, the bhav is everything. Past 10 years that I got the privilege of teaching yoga, I think that was the only aspect I emphasized on, that the attitude decides whether you're going to be a leader or you're going to be a follower. It's the attitude that determines what your future, your fate, your destiny is going to be. It's not by chasing material wealth that decides your destiny, but how you are under your emotions, your mind is under your control, decides a lot about you. How you can easily mix up with situation, people, and work things out for what you are aiming for. Um, I came across this article in LinkedIn 2 days back, and it says introducing yoga principles and values in Indian education system in schools and educational universities. So my point here is that India is a land of gold, as in it's called Sone ki Chidiya. The richness about this land is that we are by default very calm, contented, spiritual people. We That's why we don't attack other countries. We are not trying to invade another space. We are not trying to haggle for more space to spread out. But we persevere. So, what we need to do in our country is we need to eliminate the English culture. We don't need to introduce yoga values and principles, it is there by default in our DNA. Everyone who's born in this land is there by default, irrespective they are Hindus or non Hindus. But that's the beauty of this land. We are born resilient, we are born that way. And I think a common man does not have to fear the kind of government comes in power or does not come in power. I guess a common man can realize its strength only by holding it onto its values, its uh, mind, and how your conduct is. And if you practice contentment, if you are happy with what you have right now, if you're happy with your life, if you're contented with your life, I think you cannot be victimized, you cannot be exploited by any third party, be it government, be it anybody else. So yes, every common man needs to realize that their strength. And I guess that's the message in yoga that I can, at this point of time, you know, share. So stay happy, stay contented.